I swear to God, every romantic moment, gotta make it a competition, huh? Don't be shooting the messenger here, but I'm just doing what I do. It's called poly for a reason, ain't it? Shut up. And you, babe, you got some nerve. You can't just say I'm better. Sure you can. Is it that hard? You might be fine with lies, but not everybody thinks that way, so if you want to keep yourself delusioned into thinking you're better, and if words really solve it for you, I mean, go off. You're talking all that mess for what? I think it's the truth. Wouldn't be any mess if you calmed down and, I don't know, maybe just chilled out a bit for once in your life. I don't need to calm down. When it's dealing with you and my babe, I don't need any advice or guidance from you. You know, you were like this when we were in the same class too. You never did take it as anything other than competition. In fact, isn't that the reason we're in this poly relationship? We could never really truly determine who is a better fit for my baby bird here. And, well, it's more like you couldn't determine it. It's not that simple, dumbass. I ain't losing to you. And to be fair, we're dead even. Don't get it twisted. I don't know if we're dead even in all metrics, but you want to solve it with your head like that. Maybe you should be thinking to your heart. I don't know. And you, baby bird, you just like being fought over, huh? Does it get you excited to have two guys fighting over you all the time? Hit the nail right on the head. Oh, not blaming you. If anything, it's cute, really cute. Cute enough to get a free kiss, maybe? Don't you dare get lovey-dovey without me. Like I said, it's always a competition with you. You can't just take it as we're dead even, can you? It's always got to be you winning, right? You won't be satisfied till then. But what happens if I beat you then? You gonna walk away with your tail between your legs? Just gonna give up there? Explosion murder? Don't you mention that name! I swear to God, that was a dark time. And that was when we were back in high school. Come on, dumbass. Always defensive with the past, huh? Well, Class 1A was a little bit crazy. I didn't think we'd end up in the same class, given how different our pedigrees were, but guess we were both deemed superior. It's just surprising to me, you know? That you'd be in the same class as me. You know, in anything, actually. Not saying anything too passive-aggressive, but I can tell you're taking it that way. Hit right where it hurts? Wrong. I ain't playing into your dumbass assumptions. Nor am I playing into all that goading that you're doing. I don't care. Literally, what's done is done. And somehow we ended up in this polyamorous relationship. And, well, it's a mess. It's a damn mess because you are always competing. No, that's rich coming from you because I don't really recall competing that much. If I wasn't okay with it, I would have just beat you down, you know? I would have just beat you so bad you couldn't look back, but then I'd feel bad about it, you know? And if what's best for my baby bird happens to be you in this little relationship, this little love nest, I can handle that. It's just, sometimes I do get tired of embarrassing you. You actually think you won? Is that it? Or you just don't care anymore? Where's your pride then, huh? Oh, my pride's intact. I think it's yours that might be a little bit damaged given, how many times that you've raised this pissing contest of sorts. I don't get it. I mean, we went from classmates to, well, what do you want to call us right now? Are we boyfriends? Does that work with your book? Don't care what the labels say. Because whatever we are, we're stuck together. So put a cat in it. What the hell is that phrasing, really? I just don't get you sometimes. And baby bird, look at that. He's basically talking to himself now. I can hear you. And besides, you're just gonna go along with what he's saying? Look, if I had a problem with things, I'd voice my concerns. Now let's go. Why are we going in such a hurry, huh? Seems like we're going a whole lot of nowhere, if you ask me. Yeah? We'll keep on watching. That's it. And if we go here, then... Ha! I'm pretty good at making stuff, so here's dinner. Ooh, now that's something I can get behind. What about you, baby bird? I mean, I don't think there's someone on this planet who could admit that he doesn't have that one thing going for him. I mean, look at this. This platter. It's perfect for kings, queens, you name it. We're all royalty right now. At least you can acknowledge that much. Now it just takes some time before you acknowledge the rest of the great things I do. Whatever you say, Your Highness. And you, baby birdie, is a nice bite for you. Say, Hey, who said you get to give the first bite? That's supposed to be my thing. I cooked it. Who's counting those things? I mean, don't be petty about it. I mean, haven't we shown how much we appreciate it? Come on. No need to be stuck up about it. Or is that what you stand for now, Katsuki? No. Whatever. Here's a bite, too. Say, You're cute when you're eating my food. No regrets on preparing it. Finally, something we can all agree on, and even despite the competitive banter, we all get along at the end of the day. It's just how things work, don't you think, baby bird? At this point, we've got it down to a science. Competition, loving. It's all just how it works. Whatever. Doesn't matter what that bird brain says. I'll prove someday that I'm the best and that you don't need anything else at all. No, you just gonna exclude me like that? Kick me out when I'm no longer useful? No, that's not it. That ain't right, Katsuki. I wouldn't do the same to you. I'd feel too bad about it. That's where we differ. I like the winner takes all angle. And honestly, you're way too soft with things. Sometimes, I don't know what's up with you. It's like you feel like you got everything under control when you really don't. Oh, we're making assumptions now? I mean, I can make a few assumptions based upon that attitude. The lack of conviction, maybe a little bit of insecurity mixed in there. Don't tell me, Katsuki. You're afraid of me stealing everything away? No. You forgot the part where both of us are needed to please such a needy baby bird. Ain't that right? I hate when you say things that make sense. Quit with that. Keep saying the things that are nonsense, dumbass. No can do. If I did that, then what? Would you really take it seriously? I don't think so. And you, baby bird. We only get competitive because you're the star of the show. And what's wrong with that? It works for me. It works for that bozo over there. I heard that. Dumbass. Don't get it twisted. I love you, baby. You're everything to me. I can't. You're special. You always calm me down just a bit, and it helps me regain just a bit. And then I can fight back against what this dumbass has to say. Bad chance with that one. I mean, come on. Us just lazing here when there's food on the table. It's kind of counterintuitive, but I think I'd rather kiss you instead. I worry about the food getting cold after. I worry about you getting cold. Let me warm you up. Idiots. Just as kissable as yesterday. And you'll be even more kissable tomorrow. What? Problem with that? Of course you don't. Not anymore. If you had a problem with how I do things, you would have said so a long time ago. Or you would have kicked me to the curb, one or the other. There's no in between. Don't look at me like that. I ain't complaining. Just with that damn extra around. Oh, look at that. Bet you haven't heard that one before. Do I seem like an extra, baby bird? Or do I make you sing your song, my little songbird? Maybe I'll make you sing it a bit more. Katsuki, you better be careful, you're falling behind. I know every weak spot imaginable. Dumbass. What does that have to do with anything? Maybe I don't need a weak spot to make my teddy bear feel good. Maybe a kiss is more about the feeling than the touch. I get the touch is important, but what if I feel much more strong about the feeling that's involved? Not just where or why. It can be innocent too. I actually really value innocent things. That's part of why I really like you. I really love you, teddy bear. Babe, you're not someone that can just be replaced. I want you to know that. And as much as I fight with this extra, I wouldn't have things any other way. Spoiling you is worth it. Looks like you got us from both sides, huh? Is it more fun that way? Definitely more cozy and warm, right? That way, you don't have to worry about ever having cold feet, cold hands, cold anything. But a burning hot heart. That's the idea, right? You know, I never thought I'd be one to be pulled along like this. But I guess it just came to pass that this is where I wanted to be. Gazing into your eyes, ignoring the cocky asshole over there. Like you'd get a chance to. More than a chance. I'd like to call it just fate, as it behaves the way we never see coming. That's the best and the worst part of it. Don't you think, baby bird? I mean, come on, did you think you'd be this snug tonight? I sure didn't think that would happen. Don't look away. I want want this moment all to myself with you. And if that's a problem, too bad, dumbass. Don't you get it? I'm greedy. And that's why a kiss was never enough to begin with. You know what? I don't mind this too bad. I'll admit, I think I may have the advantage here. Us talking and holding and just having a romantic night isn't exactly something I think Katsuki can keep up with, but hey, it's kind of cute when he tries, right? Shut up. Romance ain't about just one thing. It's everything. The subtleties. I get that much. And I've understood that since the start. That's why I'm not lazy. Like someone. Look at that. Biting back like that. I mean, you need at least that much to keep up, right? I kind of appreciate it. And you, I mean, if this ain't spoiling, what is it? Baby. You like being the middle of the sandwich, so to speak. Doted on everything you could possibly want. All the attention and love in the world wouldn't even be a little bit compared to this. Affection at your service. I'll go for you, babe. That feisty ass just feels right. Dumbass. Don't ever hold back. It may just be a snuggling spree, but that doesn't mean it can't be more than that. The reason why love is so addictive in the first place is because you don't get enough of it, dumbass. And I think you deserve more. A lot more. I can't help but agree with him. Katsuki's got a point. You don't get enough time like this. Affection, touch, feeling of being needed, being wanted. That's what this is. Therapy through touch, I guess. Through kisses, through holding, real tight. That's part of being in love. But to summarize it as just one or the other, one thing or the next is just dishonest, don't you think? There's so much to this thing we call love. And I, for one, don't want to stop until you've reached such a happiness that it never goes away. That your smile just keeps on coming back. I can't help it. I'm obsessed with you. It's the same for me, dumbass. Of course I am. I've been with you from the start, you know. Whenever I look at you, I know I made the right choice. Even if there's an extra in the background, so what? I know I can outshine anyone. But that doesn't mean that this big explosion in my heart that you make me feel gets any less meaningful. I love this life we got. This chance of really being happy. So I don't want to mess it up. I'll admit, I'm afraid of it sometimes. Messing everything up, because I've done that a few times in my life. But this time feels different. It feels like I'm actually safe in your arms. That I'm not just alone. And that I never would be. That you'd never allow it. That's why you're my comfort and my love. And I'll never get tired of being right here. Right at your side. Now, would you look at that? Half pint of honesty and everybody's getting along. Wonder how long that'll last. Probably not even a minute because, yeah, that's how we work things, right? The chaos always comes out just when you think the order is won, right? Maybe I'll put a little gasoline on the fire, right? Sounds fun, don't it? So we have to solve it that way, huh? Competition to the very end. Not complaining, but you might be by the end of it. I guess there's only one way to find out that answer, right? We continue things until somebody's the winner, right? As if that's ever worked. Not even once, dumbass. But you know what? If you want to embarrass yourself that much, let's go, you're on. Couldn't have said it better myself.